Hello and welcome. So in this little tutorial series, I'll be explaining some very basic functions in Excel. So as you can see right now, I've just generated a very quick little Excel sheet with just some information that I've populated. I've got some clients, I've got a few different made up company names. I've got client dockets. These are for the receipts from clients, so you can index them later in any kind of data sheet that you're using. Next, I've got variety of grapes. And again, in this kind of information, make sure to always identify exactly what we're doing. Now I've got the transport, price per ton, date of request, transport cost, GST, and profit. So when you're running kind of transporting, we need to look at some factors here. Now, not all clients get charged the same tonnage rates because different clients have different relationships with different transporters. This is all about negotiating business. So in this little sheet, basically all I'm doing is just showing you guys just how to quickly input information in an efficient manner that makes your life a little bit easier when it comes to this kind of processing. So basically the first thing I'm going to do is let's add in some tonnage values. So let's say 25 tons, and we'll do 80 tons. Let's go here to this company here. Let's say they done 60, and let's say the last company done let's call it 35. Okay, so once we've got the tonnage in, that's easy. Price per tonnage. So again, you can see I've got two of the same variety. So normally I would expect, based on the variety, I'd be charging roughly the same, but businesses can vary. So I'm going to use the $sign, and I'm going to say I'm going to charge for this variety of grape, which I don't know what the variety is. I've just randomly gone onto Wikipedia and grabbed them. But let's charge $20, and let's say because the second client here that's delivering the same kind of grapes is giving us more business, more tonnage, let's actually give them a slightly cheaper rate, $2 off per ton. The next one here, we're going to charge these guys, let's say $23, and let's charge this guy here 26 because he's not giving us a lot. Okay, so date of request, again, this is important because from a admin point of view, dating things will make your life a lot easier. So I'm just going to throw in some random dates in here. So let's say this was done on the 12th of the 1st, 2020, and we'll do all of them this year just so it kind of makes some sense. We'll call this one the 23rd, I don't know, of the 1st, 2020, and last but not least, we'll call this guy the 29th of the 1st, 2020. Okay, so that's just for your own record keeping. That makes your life a bit easier. Now, transport cost is what you want to work out. Price per ton. Yep. So transport cost, if I don't get myself confused, because I've got myself confused on these a few times, is going to be your tonnage multiplied by your price, which will allow you to then work out what the overall cost of running that is. Now here, if you're watching this from outside Australia, we have GST, goods and services tax. That gets deducted out of transport cost, and then that outlines your profit. So what we do is normally people, and I've seen this before, people will actually not use Excel's functionality. What we're going to do is we're going to use the equals key. And apparently that's bound something to my OBS. Whoops. That's okay. Is there another equals key on the keyboard? No, there is not. Lovely. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back after fixing that little problem. Okay, back on track. So what we're going to do is we are going to use the equals key, and I'm going to simply take tonnage. I'm going to hit the multiply, which is the little asterisk icon, and I'm going to do it by tonnage. So normally then what people will do is they'll go through and manually input that to each. We don't do that. You'll see here, I'm going to move the cursor up to it. See this tiny little square right here on the edge of Excel, and if I hover over I get this. I can just click and drag. Remember, we want to make our lives easier here working in these tools. Okay, so now that I've got all my transport costs, the next thing I can do is let's work out GST. GST here is just going to be 0.011, which is 11%. So from there, and again, if I double click, it will actually populate all the way down, again, giving me my GST values. And then the last step I can do here is take my transport cost, which is the total price I'm charging, minus my GST, that outlines my profit. So if I do this, and I expand it out, you'll see these are my profit lines. And in principle, I should treat these as a deductory charge. So if I go into my format cell, and we jump to currency, we should be able to treat it as a negative value. Let me think how I can do this. Oh, no, that will make it angry. Well, I guess I could just do the really silly thing of that. So I'm just going to treat it as a deduction, which means here, because if you minus a negative value, you get a positive input. So I'm just changing it around. So here, I'm just telling it as H is a negative value. And then I can add my negative and my positive together to get my outcome. So that's just the first part of this really simple little series. I'm going to be creating a couple of other ones, one that covers VS lookup, one that covers a SUMIF, and then some data validation, just so I can show you how to make some stuff like around the grape varieties a bit more efficient. And then from there, I will potentially show you how to mail merge to then actually get a mail merging receipt out to clients. Thank you for watching and have a great day.